Whoa. That was odd. So, a while ago, a few days ago, big news story came out, went viral. 4 black teens kidnapped and held hostage and tortured a white special needs kid. And we're saying a whole bunch of dumb shit about how, like, fuck Trump, and fuck white people, da-da-da. And a lot of people accumulated that to race war and then hate crime. And this person was held for about 40 hours or so 2 days, and was tortured by these 4 people, and it was videotaped. And bigger people have talked about it with not really different opinions, but what's so kind of ridiculous about it is how much of a different reaction there will be from some people. Like some people trying to defend it, which is just insane because let's defend, 4 people taking advantage of somebody that can't defend themselves. Let's not call it for what it is. 4 pieces of shit taking advantage of somebody who can't defend themselves because they were angry and they didn't have anything better to do. Like, couldn't go see a movie, couldn't just hang out, listen to music, and bitch and moan about their problems and just get their anger out that way. No, instead, let's commit a crime. Let's violate someone else's rights. And what I want to point out here is just the utter hypocrisy that goes around about this. And there are plenty of great examples. The best one I have is Brock Turner from, maybe a month or 2 ago. This piece of shit violated, another human being, violated a girl, took advantage of her because she was drunk and half unconscious, dragged her into an alley, and he didn't fully rape her, but he did take advantage of her. He started fingering her, and guy didn't even go to jail, didn't go to prison, had no charges pushed on him. And this was a white person. And then there was another story that I didn't even hear about, that I heard about from another channel called Ray Ray Show, I believe is what it is. The rap critic actually shared his video talking about, that very same story about, the 4 kids, that there was a white kid who abducted and raped and violated another black kid and walked. Just walked. I'm not sure if he was arrested, but I understand apparently he didn't go to jail, didn't go to prison, anything like that. And well, in this turn of events, you got, these 4 kids who do have all these charges, put on them and are going to jail. Good. Well, what about the other 2 cases? What about those 2 other white people? Why didn't they go to jail? Why didn't they go to prison? And the Brock Turner thing pisses me off, especially because there was just so much more bullshit to it. How his father, went before the court and gave this bullshit speech about how, like, ever since this incident happened, my son has been so depressed. He has had no appetite, and he used to love, to come home and make a good steak, and I would watch him enjoy it, but now he can't even enjoy a decent meal. If he were to go to prison right now, it would ruin his life. Really? What about the young girl that he took advantage of? What about her? What, you don't think that her life is ruined? Huh? You don't think she's horribly traumatized by it or anything like that? No? You don't think that she's not going to need therapy for several years? That she may not ever be able to trust anybody ever again? No, let's not shed any sort of a tear for her, but let's shed a tear for your very, very privileged son. Go fuck yourself. And then, of course, there are people who are also trying to spin it as like, oh, well, if it was, 4 white people, they were doing it to a black girl, Yeah, that would be a hate crime. And, you know, the whole hate crime thing, and I don't know how a whole lot of other people feel about it. Really, I don't even know the full ins and outs about hate crime law legislation, but if there is one thing that I do understand about it, is that it is kind of another form of segregation. It does separate us. It does. But at times, it is necessary when it is very much a motivated hate crime. But it's a complicated issue, and I'm not exactly the smartest person in the world to try and talk about that or even try and debate about it. But I know what's right and what's wrong is the big difference. I feel, quite frankly, perfectly honestly, if you break a law, if you violate someone else's rights, if you violate another human being, you need to go to prison. You need to serve a certain amount of time depending on the crime that you committed. That's all there is to it. Cut and dry. It's just, the system is so fucking stupid. It is. And what's even worse is how there are some people trying to equate or claim that these people are affiliated with Black Lives Matter. And no, Black Lives Matter is about police brutality, is the big fucking difference, and there was no police brutality involved in here. These were just four pieces of shit taking advantage of a mentally disabled kid. Or was he physically disabled? Either way, they were taking advantage of a disabled person because they couldn't defend themselves. So, easy target. Pieces of shit is all they are. And they're going to jail. But, God, there is a giant fucking hypocrisy on this fucking country about only selective few people who commit a crime and are actually going to serve time for it. Hypocrisy, thy name is douchebag. Things need to change. They've needed to change for a long time. Anyway, this is something that I wanted to rant about, so got that off my chest. On to other sillier, stupid things. See ya.